So welcome back to another FC24 video. Today we're talking about the things you should do if you're bored of the game. We've already done 2 episodes on what to do if you're bored of career mode, but in this video we're covering the whole game. We've reached the final months of this game, and of course a lot of people probably have stopped playing this game now. Once you hit August, I guess there's not much to do in an FC game. You've done it all, but maybe you have not done it all. Maybe there is still things to do, and this video is going to help you out. Maybe you'll find something fun to do here. A lot of people in FC24 usually play career mode, ultimate team, sometimes pro clubs as well. But remember, there is one game mode that a lot of people don't play, and that is called Volta Football. I don't see many people talking about Volta all year, so I'm not sure how many people actually play the mode. But you can find Volta Football in the kickoff section. It's in the tile right there, Volta Football. You click on that and you can do a single match or house rules. I usually click on house rules because it gives you different ways to play, which are a little bit more fun. You can do mystery ball, survival, first two, and also no rules. I like my no rules because sometimes I feel like the fouls interrupt the gameplay. In terms of stadiums, they've got some cool arenas. You've got Dubai, Milan, Sydney, which is one of my favorites. Of course, if you do like 2v2, 3v3, you can do like cage matches and all that kind of stuff. Volta is like FIFA Street, and they've made the gameplay better over the years as well. They have improved it from when it first came out in FIFA 20. I don't really put too many hours into this mode though, so it's not a game mode that I visit often. But sometimes when you're bored, sometimes when you want to do something a little bit different, there is the Volta Football option available. Now, Volta is not just about the kickoff matches. You can also go into a full-on game mode for Volta. It's in the menu, obviously. It's called Volta Football. You click on that. This is where you create an avatar. You can put customization options on them. And you can see that there's a few more things to do in the world of Volta here. So we've got the shop. This is where you can buy customization items for your player. There's objectives, where you can sort of complete different objectives and get SP. And then there's also game modes. So we've got Volta Battles, which is one player versus the CPU, play alone against AI opponents to earn battle points and earn prizes. There's Volta Arcade, which is pretty fun. 2 to 4 players here. Join up to 3 players for competitive series of exclusive multiplayer party games. Definitely check this out because there's some nice mini games here. And then there's also the Volta Squads, where you can join up to 3 other players in an online match against another squad. So yeah, it's not just about the kickoff stuff. There is things to do in Volta mode, and I would check out the arcade if you're bored of FC24. Don't forget that there is women's football in FC24. EA over the years has added in a lot of content for the women's side of the game. The women's game is growing and it's getting more popular as the years go on, and sometimes it could be a little bit of fun to switch it up and use some women's teams in the game. Even though there's no career mode, there's still a few things to do. You can play kickoff matches with teams from England, so EA has the Barclays Women's Super League in the game, and you can play with all the teams there. There's also the French League for the women. You can play with some clubs there. There's the German League as well. And then we've also got international teams. No Australia though, which is a little bit of a shame. Don't know what happened there. There is a few missing like Italy as well. And then we've got the rest of the world, which has a few other European teams as well. Juventus is included there, Ajax, Benfica, and a few others. There's also the Spanish teams, so you can also play with Real Madrid, for example. Don't forget there is the UEFA Women's Champions League as well. So if we click on that, we can do semi-finals and a final. There is a tournament mode for the Women's Champions League, but obviously it's not located in kickoff. It's in the tournament section. Like I said earlier, there was no career modes for the women at the moment. They might add that in the future. But there is tournaments you can do with the women's football. The first one is the Champions League for the women. There are a few clubs here from Europe that you can choose and play with. I think you can replace teams as well, so you can add teams from the rest of the world, England, France, Germany, all that kind of stuff there. And this is what it looks like. So you can do your match day, standings, player stats. It's pretty much just tournament mode. You can manage your team and edit some players. And while we lose the FIFA World Cup DLC, there is still a generic Women's International Cup. You can pick from the nations here that are available in the game, and you can swap some teams in and out, and then you pretty much get loaded into a tournament mode. So you've got the match day, the squad management, and customized section. Now under tournament mode, you can also do women's leagues. So let's say you wanted to do a Barclays Women's Super League playthrough, you can do that there. There's the French one, the Spanish one, the United States, and German one. So this is like career mode without all the career mode features. At least you can play a full-on league in tournament mode. So as you can see, there's a lot of content for the women's game, and you should check it out if you're bored of FC24. Now, a lot of people play career mode, but don't forget we do have tournament mode in the game as well, where you can sort of do career mode, but it's not really the same as career mode, if you know what I mean. If you go down the whole domestic tournaments route, you can play full leagues and cup competitions. So let's say you wanted to do a Premier League tournament mode. Basically, you would have the Premier League season, except you can't do any career mode stuff like objectives, transfers, and whatever else comes with career mode. You just basically play the games with the team you've got, and you don't have to worry about morale and press conferences. If we click on cup competitions, you could choose to play just the cup for any cup in the game, I guess. Of course, you've got the Libertadores tournament and also the Champions League as well if you just want to play those tournaments. So tournament mode is not a bad feature at all because it just basically concentrates on whatever tournament you want to actually play. You can see here there's no career mode stuff, and you just play your tournament, manage your squad, edit your players, and that's basically it. I think this is a good alternative to career mode because sometimes you just want to play one cup competition like a Carabao Cup or even an FA Cup without playing all the Premier League matches and all that kind of stuff. Don't forget, in tournament mode, you can also do a custom tournament. So let's say none of these domestic official ones are what you want to do. You just create your own one and basically put the teams you want. You can do knockout or group and knockout league as well. So if you wanted to do like a European Premier League with all the best clubs, you could do that tournament. You can go up to probably 24 teams there in a league. Autofill the teams if you want, or you customize it yourself. And basically this gives you total control, man. You can even do women and men. You could probably do a nice group and knockout thing. Do like a global Champions League with all the champions from around the world and some of the big clubs. Pretty much with custom tournament, you can put teams together and matchups together that would never happen in real life because it's just not possible. You can mix teams from India with Premier League clubs, Australian clubs, German clubs, all that kind of stuff. So let your creativity and imagination run wild with custom tournaments. It could even be more fun than playing normal career mode. There is another mode you should try out in FC24 if you haven't already. That mode is called Clubs, also known as Pro Clubs. But this game mode is super fun. If you've got mates and you want to go online, you can have a lot of fun, a lot of banter as well, a lot of laughs. I know there's people that play Pro Clubs all year, and this point is not for you. This is for the ones that play Ultimate Team or career mode and stuff and don't really touch Pro Clubs. I don't know how easy it would be to actually start Pro Clubs at this time of the year. Maybe you have to build up a virtual pro, but it's still a game mode where you can bring your friends together, have a bit of laughs online, and pass a few hours, I guess. There is a mode in FC24 called Seasons Mode. Seasons Mode is where you can conquer divisions together with a teammate or on your own, and you just use the real clubs in the game. It's not like Ultimate Team. So that could be a bit of fun. There's also co-op seasons, only 3,000 people playing at the time of this recording. So there's two modes that are not Ultimate Team, but you can enjoy online. And of course, there's another big mode in the game, and that is the Euro 2024 mode. I'm sure a lot of you guys have recently tried this out, but if you're bored of FC24, you might as well play the Euro 2024 mode. You can do official or custom tournament. There's also Lead Your Nation, and then there's kickoff and online friendlies, and then there's also the European Journey, which is where you can play the game mode and unlock certain things for different game modes in FC24 as well. If you haven't tried it already and you're bored of the game, maybe you can come back and play this. You've got the training center and the practice arena there, but there's also skill games, and you might want to do these skill games if you're bored of the game. They're like little mini games. They can be fun, and it just gives you some other way to play the game. There's heaps of skill games to play here, so check that out and try and complete all of them. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and click the thumbnail in the middle to watch new FC25 news.